WTB, the What You Talking About podcast, and I'm your host, Mike McCann. I'm here with the three Halls and AJ. And today we're going to go ahead and get right into Jay's story, what he had lined up for us. Sorry, let's go ahead and start again.
Talk about Jay. What you got, Jay? No.
All right. So I was dealing with this girl recently, right? And she had proposed an idea to me that I wasn't really all the way comfortable with, right? She said that she wanted to be in a gang with 5 men.
Good Lord.
So what part of that was you not comfortable with? Her saying it or you thinking it happening?
Honestly, her saying it. The idea that it could happen or had happened in the past would have never bothered me had it never been mentioned.
Right. And okay, so now you got what kind of, like, without getting overly personal, like, is this like
personal?
Are y'all liking on each other like a little bit? You know?
So I mean, I was liking on her a little bit. She's a really cool person, really nice person to be around, sweet individual.
Really cool too.
Right, yeah.
Apparently.
But since she said that, I kind of been like walled off about it, right?
Okay.
So you turned to a douche.
Nah.
Let me ask this question.
Because your friend confided in something into you, and now all of a sudden you don't want to be friends with her no more. Why are you being a douche?
Yeah, she telling you her passions and dreams. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I feel like I could share with you because we was close.
Right.
Okay, but I'm gonna ask this question. It's like, well, she want you to organize this or something?
Yeah, like, yeah.
Well, you gonna be like, well, you know, this
Am
is
I
my
taking
dreams
part in
and
it?
passions.
Yeah.
And you think you can kind of put that together for her?
No. So
She didn't want you to produce the picture.
You wasn't a producer.
I ain't
you wasn't gonna make the
this.
music and everything for the video.
Right. But
no.
I understand that, like, especially whenever you're dealing with intimacy between two people, you kind of have to make room for things like that and allow people to say those types of things and have that type of vulnerability with you. But man, like,
she could have told you a whole bunch of other stuff other than that.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of different options. I feel like there's a lot of
thinking like,
right.
Why gotta be 5? Why couldn't it have been just 2?
Right. Yeah, why specifically 5?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
why specifically 5? She mentioned specifically 5.
Knowing that the fact she said 5.
Yeah, and that's
right.
And knowing that the fact that this is kind of something, I guess she got in on.
Right.
So if you don't produce it, somebody gonna produce it.
Yeah. Right.
And obviously this is something on her mind. Didn't nobody put it on her mind.
Right.
And then the number.
Yeah.
It's like, why 5? And then if it's 6, you know, it's like it's too many.
Is that disrespectful?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we got an extra one. We're like, well, that's good too. Well, hell, we got 10 up in here, you know.
Right.
She's like, well, I did say gang bang, you know, but 5 is a pretty high number, you know.
Right.
Like you can, like somebody got to stand to the sideline on, you know, roll. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Rotate in.
The idea of it is kind of crazy,
and it's gonna go on for a minute.
Right.
Okay.
I'm thinking, I just, once again, I don't know where you meet these women with these wild fantasies, and
I'm curious.
I mean,
Yeah.
I just,
they're everywhere, Mike.
yeah,
They're all of them, every single one of them.
That you meet them at everywhere.
they're all for the streets.
Okay.
Yes. It seems as though, not for the streets, but, you know, women these days are getting more sexually liberated. And I will say this is something me and Greg mentioned. Sometimes people convince themselves that they really want something
But they don't.
until you get to the moment of actually doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, man, I don't want to do this. Like, for example, y'all ever rode a roller coaster or something like that? You know?
Yeah.
Went skydiving, do something like, you know, a little scary, little intense. And then you hesitated in the moment. Now, once you did it and got over it, it's whatever, right?
Yeah.
But similar kind of
you don't want to do it. You could
moment.
change your mind.
Right,
if you could have got out of it,
and if you had somebody to walk you out of it, you probably would have walked out of it, right?
I mean, depending on, I know what you're saying. Like, basically, you can get to the edge and be like, you know what? I really don't want to jump.
I can't do this.
And you don't have to jump.
No, you don't. You can turn around still on the plank, be careful, but you can still turn around and get back, and none of this has actually happened. It almost happened.
Right.
It doesn't have to go down on your
having
resume.
Somebody there telling you don't have to jump.
Yeah. I mean,
might help out in the situation. That
might. But then you're just going to be the big cock block in that situation.
Right.
Okay. You don't have to do this.
Right.
And then it's like the other people are like, well, she asked for it. So,
Right.
That's my thing. So, I mean, you could be that guy, which is, you're looking out for her safety or well-being, whatever. You're looking out for this individual. Mm-hmm. I just think that's...
Or you just a decent human being. Like, I was down for the game. I ain't down for the...
No, you can't take it.
I gotta bleep out every time we say both of those.
But you down for it. If that's what you down to do it.
Yeah.
But if you ain't, you saying no, I'm stopping.
Yeah. Well, I would hope so.
Show cut.
Yeah.
Right. At least I would hope so.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody has to, but like he's saying, you can get some crazy situations where when the train get to rolling downhill, it's gonna take another train going the other way to stop.
Yeah.
And it's gonna take a lot of pressure. Like you say, you finna have to try to get in the way of this when this person is saying like they was all down for it, and then all of a sudden they ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And you gotta be the one to say, okay, like I say, cut.
Yeah.
Some people gonna be like, "No, this is my movie shot. I'm getting in."
They have on what's his name with Players Club. Didn't they have him on the Players Club with old girl? She was trying to strip and everything.
Yeah. Then she was like,
she was gonna strip for old girl brother. And then, like I said, she came in there, and then she like, I don't feel right. Yeah. I don't feel right about this whole situation. But dude, like, no, you signed up for it. It's finna happen.
Yeah.
And then brother went in there and just
did what he did.
Yeah. That was.
So
yeah,
you kind of, but nobody wants to be a cuck though, and you got.
You don't have to block that out, but
no,
you don't.
No,
oh man. Well, nobody wants to be that, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So I kind of don't really want to have to deal with the situation entirely. I'm gonna just let that happen on its own time, on its own terms.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be involved.
But you would never get that vision out your mind. Cause she should have that one. She probably should have kept.
I didn't want to picture you being.
I got a solution. Then I'm trying to work you through. Then since she proposed this, then you like, well, maybe you can bring 5. I bring 4. You bring 4. It's 10.
An orgy.
Whatever it is, it's 5 and 5. You got 5 in here with 5 working. We'll figure it out.
Right.
There you go. You can bring 2 or 3. However you want to do. Yes, we put y'all in rotation or something.
I don't know.
At least 2 or 3, something.
Amen. No.
Amen.
It ain't all on you, and you can sit there with your girls and y'all can work it out. I just do it anyway. But I'm not trying to get no advice at all.
Right.
Is this somebody that you're actually trying? I don't know nothing
about this.
Now that she has mentioned this, I kind of do look at her a little bit differently. I don't think I'm going to be pursuing it like that. But she's still a cool person. I might still hang out with her.
Yeah, you don't have to judge the person. I just wouldn't consider them like serious dating options. Yeah, I just, that. Just write that off.
It's unfortunate.
Like, don't spend money on this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't person you should invest any dollars in. Right. Everything y'all do should be free.
Real quick, since Greg brought that up, a little funny thing that I do, and we'll move on to the next topic. So the move that I have that I learned, I'm gonna expose myself a little bit, but it's whatever.
Okay.
Right? Easiest way to really get a girl to be into you or like you a little bit, at least for a moment. Now, what you do after that is up to you.
Yeah, you got to
offer to buy them some lingerie. Women love buying lingerie for cheap off of Temu or like Fenty or whatever. Whatever site they go on. They love it.
You can get like 15 outfits for $14.
For $14.
So it ain't like you're really coming out a lot of money.
Right.
I'm saying, hey, it might tear.
Right. So now they get this whole like little try on haul and they're so happy and excited to get all these clothes. And then like, of course I ask them, will you showcase it for me? Right.
No.
You know, like, let me see what it looks like and all that. And we're good.
Yeah.
Right. And so therefore that's something you can work off of.
Okay. So is this the first move? Because I'm still going to say no.
It's a move.
I mean,
it might not be the first one. It's in the catalog. Of stuff. Okay, hey, what he's saying is,
I mean, no, it's a move.
Hey, what he's saying is, what he's saying is, he did like this. Well, this didn't work.
It's one of those,
didn't work.
This
Let me
one
try
of those combo moves, you know?
Yeah.
Like
Let
Street Fighter.
Let me put the
and then you get the
Temu bathing suits with the KFC chicken. Let me see if they go together.
I just
Right.
All that is, that's the combination.
You can sell it.
yeah, I'm just
No.
I don't know. Like for me, I don't know how you start with this. Is that a starter? I
No,
mean,
it's not a starter.
It's just a move.
But it's a move.
yeah, but like when are you
get-
making this? Is what I'm trying to figure out.
Day 15, day 12.
That's dumb.
Conversation
No,
3.
No, but this
Conversation
sounds-
6.
I can tell you.
You feel them out.
Yeah. Either you fill them out and then you do this, and if y'all are like really connecting like that, then that's a move that you can pull to like accelerate the relationship to that point.
But at what step in the process
But
have you went out?
yeah,
Okay, how many
but
times?
if you're just trying to like
Hit.
something, yeah, you that can be a starter. That's an easy way to get it started.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then she
or
just
it could be
trying
a
some biters.
Right.
She
There's,
just trying
hey,
it out
I have
for you.
actually seen enough television
it's like, here you
shows
go, let me see
to
what
know
you looking like. You know?
that's not a bad thing to throw out there if you fishing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean,
If
after
you fishing,
I feel like
Because if she comfortable enough to do that lets you know the next step is there.
no, I mean, yeah. My thing is
the combination. No,
I mean, I'm basing this off if you went out already. So if you went out, I mean, that's fine. I'm just saying, like, this can't be before you went out to
you
me. Like,
shouldn't.
Nah,
no,
it
it's
works.
a feel.
I mean, you can. I just feel like
It's a feel
if you
thing.
all right, well,
That's it. You feel you. That's a feel thing right there.
okay, well,
But do we need to talk about sexy reds and we trying to already? Or you going?
well, we were going to segment to it, but I
Okay.
mean, I mean, sure, whatever you say. I just on that last part. Go ahead, let's move towards Sexy Red and what. Yeah, you can piggyback off of that. What you were talking about,
Right. So Sexy Red, she's a little crazy.
Little bit, huh?
She's one of the new ladies out in rap, right? That is a sexually liberated woman, not ashamed of her sexualness or anything like that. Kind of ratchet sexual.
Kind of.
Yeah. Not classy.
It's the personification of ratchet.
Ratchet sexual. It is ratchet sexual, not classy sexual. Like, you know, there's some women that do it different, like a Rihanna or Beyonce. They have like an element of like elegance to it.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But Sukihana and Sexy Red, they're like the hood rats.
The
Literally,
thugs of
they have a song called Hood Rats.
Okay,
Right.
Whoop, there you have it.
Right. They are that represented in rap. So there's a large community of women that feel this way and love doing the same actions that Sexy Red and Sukihana do.
Yeah.
And now they're finally getting their representation on the big screen, right? And so, of course, they're showing up to support, right?
right?
Right.
They got good, strong following.
Right.
They do. I mean, yeah.
They do.
I mean,
And even men. But I get why the men do.
Yeah, you already know why.
Right.
You already know why.
You get caught up, but yay.
Right.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. Outside of that, I don't get what the big deal is.
Let me tell you something, because I was watching. I've been watching, and I've been getting a lot of like crazy stuff like that. Looking, and I mean, like I said, I kind of see fade myself. I see myself like fading away from that. Being able to, like, my eyes can't even see that. It's just, it hurts my soul to see my little sisters out there doing themselves like that. Now, let me say, in saying that, now, when I was probably 25, I probably didn't see it as ratcheted as I see it now.
You
see what I'm saying?
You're part of them streets.
Because
that's what it was.
This is not new actions.
Right.
It's just well glorified what the things is always kind of was, in certain area, in certain times in people's lives.
But
you see what I'm saying? With the same stuff.
But now it's becoming a lifestyle.
Right. It's become.
Can I say this before you go any further? Let me say this. Do you think it's like you said, it ain't nothing new under the sun, basically, but the level they going to now compared to back then, you don't see no separation in that or
not
different.
Really.
You don't see them like taking it way to another level?
Not really. Not really. When I say not really, only reason I say that is because back then everything now is on
social media.
Yeah, it's seen immediately.
Right. Impact.
People was acting. I seen crazy. I've been seeing crazy stuff
out there. I'm saying like the video.
I'll tell you one thing that I know right now.
Yeah, okay.
What's his face? Uncle Luke.
Yeah,
had women eating bananas.
That's what I'm saying. So this is not the stuff you just said. We were just talking about that. How you could just say that. How all of a sudden now they banning. You can see how they would want to ban Luke.
Yeah, you're right.
You remember those uncut videos where the rappers were like having sex in the actual video
on the night?
That's what I'm saying. This stuff is not.
Yeah, they just putting it out there now.
It's nothing new, but now it's just it's in your face.
In your face.
That was like a small niche thing that community liked.
Cut these videos a little bit, but now it's like this.
Women,
it's
I'm gonna
out
tell you
there.
something.
Well, you can't stop it from being put out there.
What makes it worse now is just the women. I think because like back then it was the men.
No, it was the
women too.
The women did it.
It was just as bad.
The women did it, but the men was getting glorified for it. Now the women are getting glorified for it.
Now, like that.
That's what I
because they got
the glorification. Like the men ain't even getting no love no more.
Yeah.
No, they getting nasty. It's nasty. I mean, it's just enough for everybody.
Who's the hottest male rapper out there right now?
It's kind of hard to tell.
That's what I'm saying. You can go down a list of women right now.
I mean, you can go down a list of men too.
But I mean, hottest. But the women, the ones that, like you said, being glorified and put out there.
The women are leading
other than Money Bag,
I
don't really know anybody.
I mean, they're the most popular.
Yeah, who else?
Yeah. No, I mean, the women are most popular.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, they're the ones who's selling.
Right.
I mean, they're the ones who's making money off the tickets. I mean, they're not having to sell in the bots. So, I mean, they're actually like making money. And they got plenty of exposure. I just feel like the impact of it is really bad towards like, young women because the access is out there.
Because
the exposure
is oversaturated and over-glorification.
But like I said,
glorification.
Glorification, yeah. And glamour.
Yeah.
Because they make it into like, this is glamour. You know, I mean,
this is what you supposed to be.
Like they say, I do remember, and that goes back to me talking about, man, I'm slowly becoming the old dude on the porch because I constantly keep saying, damn, I remember when. You know what I'm saying? Because like when the BET, I remember when the BET Awards and the Soul Train Awards was like elegant type award shows for like you would just look at
the
and
Source
it was
Award.
the Source, not the Source, not the Source. Source was something different, but the BET and the Soul Train and all that. Those were.
It's okay. It's right if he's
elegant awards, and people came there with class acts, and they would be like it would be something. Like you could see your people looking elegant. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then when I seen the last award show, I don't know, it might not have nothing to do with neither one of them. but the representation of my sisters. It was more about my sisters, the way they had put them out there in front of all this, and I was so hurt.
What they do?
It was what they were showing, how they were showing, put them out there like that. That's if you
did
ain't
they put
see
themselves out there?
If you ain't see it, I'm not even saying they not guilty of it. They're putting themselves out there.
Yeah.
But
I know what Greg's trying to say. I don't think that the representation of an empowered black woman handling her business and independent should be what Ice Spice does, her signature move.
Yeah, I just don't
where
think
she covers the with her fingers and then bends over in front of the camera. I don't think that is the representation.
That's not an hey.
I don't think we want that as the
I'm independent move. That's the new I'm independent.
No, it is.
That's
That's exactly what that is.
Sexualization.
Yeah.
That was symbolizing the
new
cover.
independent
nobody
woman
ain't gonna
move.
get in there.
Yeah.
Like
That's probably it.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody getting up into this.
like the cover art.
I'm gonna show you what you ain't gonna get.
It's like whenever dudes grab their balls.
Yeah.
Like, you
See,
know,
that's what I'm saying. That is the problem, right there.
Bravado.
It done flipped.
Right.
We done as men.
No.
Did women like we the men now?
No,
We making the decisions.
they
We in
acting
control.
like
No, that's what he's saying.
We
I
run
mean, yeah.
things.
They acting like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm saying, like you
Because-
said, it's a symbolization of the same
But I mean,
thing.
that's what the whole. I mean, it's. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
a
whole
little
big.
bit-
No, that's where the big argument against feminism is. It's just that like it's gone too far. Just like the Me Too movement, everything started off with a good purpose, and then they just ran off with it. Like they just went too far. Everything got stretched to where it's just like being bullied. People feel like they've been bullied for so long, and so thus when they finally get a little bit of power, what do? They do the same thing the previous person did. They just start bullying everybody else until you do everything and say what we want,
And then we
we're
bully
gonna be
the
in charge.
bullies.
It's
There
sort of
you
like
go.
why
It
everybody
flips.
says, it's just like the alphabet community.
And
Everybody
now-
says that now they're the bullies because they're just taking over and doing whatever
got
they want.
the numbers.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just like we're not going to take it anymore now. Instead of like being okay with it, we're going to make y'all feel bad about it and feel bad about it every single day. And then we're going to have female empowerment. And we're going to put it in your face every single day. And then we're also going to start doing whatever we want because y'all used to judge. Hey, we couldn't judge y'all, and y'all used to do this same nasty stuff, but now they get to do it. But everybody's really noticing, I think, that it doesn't look as. It's not like it looked good before. Now it looks worse.
But the
But
acceptance.
no. That's the old man on the porch. Because if it didn't look good and people wasn't, it would stop. The thing about it is people is falling in line and celebrating it.
Well, that's just because that's what they keep selling. It's always sold.
Yeah,
I
But
mean,
they
put out
celebrating
there.
it.
I mean, yeah, they celebrated,
Yeah.
grabbing the junk before.
They celebrate.
It's thrown
That's why
in
they
your
keep
face.
That's why they keep and
They
they
throwing
celebrate.
it up at you.
No, the
Because
only
they
difference
celebrate.
is that it would have been no different, except it was just errors as far as social media. So, like, if social media existed back then, things would have been 10,000 times
yeah, it
worse
would
for
have been
men.
ratchet.
Just imagine how much different we would have been, like, or guys in general overall. That definitely wouldn't have this like incel and MGTOW and all these dudes who aren't getting laid movement going on. Like that wouldn't be the place. It would probably even. Who knows what it'd be like, honestly. It could be even more disastrous. You could just have more charges, but you would probably have a lot more guys getting action, or at least more confident.
You would have more guys
Or-
locked up.
Probably locked up,
Yes.
but yeah.
Locked up.
I was thinking that.
Jail with Dr. Bale.
Yeah. Locked up. They would be locked up.
Yeah. Or just some
They would be
really
locked up.
intolerable men.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there would have been a lot of that. So, yeah, I mean, at least I feel that way. Well, let's move on. So something weird happened in Mexico this last week where apparently they also thought they discovered aliens again. Now, this is coming from a person who is truly all in on aliens. I definitely believe in the fourth kind, or it's the fourth, yes. And I believe that they are out there. I believe they're here. They visited. We've had
I got
ships.
a witness.
I believe it. But I really had a hard time believing what I saw in Mexico. Like I just have a hard time. Like those two little dummies
Hey,
that look
they look
like,
like I said, they look like
They pulled out
roadside
these
statues.
little like weird
Like
boxes.
somebody just made them and laid them down somewhere. Yeah,
I mean, it's like, I mean, I get
I ain't
that.
feeling that.
I get that they
I
say
don't
they're
know.
1,000 years old. And honestly, none of us know what a 1,000-year-old composition of an alien would look like. But if
That's
they,
what it looked like.
And they were
apparently.
mummified, right?
yeah, they were mummified, but they were also like, they technically had like bone structure that was like human related. One looked like they supposedly had eggs, and we don't even know if these x-rays were genuine. And that's the thing is this was pseudoscience done by a guy who's already been debunked to have defrauded or frauded people before on this. Like, he's came out before with some alien claims, and they kind of came out to be bogus.
Them look like Mayan statues.
First of all,
You
if they
know
were,
what?
Yeah, like Aztec. Mayan
Yes,
stuff.
exactly.
Yeah.
And being so small, and even knowing they were mummified, it just think something that's small for that many years would have probably deteriorated.
No.
Not just because
after
it's
a while,
small.
it does become.
It's small.
It becomes
The size
almost
is
like
not
rock.
the-
That wouldn't
like
no.
Really?
Yeah, it would have what you call.
It wouldn't be no different
It
if
would
it's
have like they talk petrified.
yeah, petrified.
That's what it would have did.
Yeah.
Got solid.
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 Petrified.
Okay, well, that's
Eventually,
what
at a point, you
is
become
then.
a solid thing. After
Okay,
a while.
well, that looks solid.
Right. Once all
So
your
it's real.
flesh and all
It
that
looked like a
decays.
piece
What I
carved
think
out of
it
a
is.
tree,
Right.
It looks
laid
solid
in,
then.
wrapped in some
It could be
plastic, throw
that-
some old dust on, and said,
Right.
"Look, million-year-old alien babies."
What I think it is, I think it's something even crazier. My theory on
Okay.
what it is
Breaking news.
right.
Wow.
So you know how the Aztecs and Mayans did human sacrifices and stuff like that, supposedly, right? What I believe this to be, this might have been just some weird, crazy thing that they were doing at the time. They might have just sacrificed some people, then made these like little flesh homunculus statues out of their bodies and
Called
bones.
it out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they was doing stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they were carving
If
people
you
up,
look at
doing
the
all types of
Mayans,
yeah.
Hey.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
we
Mayans
don't know
is the
that, but apparently they were sacrificing people, carving them, cutting their skulls open, doing all types of weird stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Gotta get the demons out.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, hey, it's
they did what they
So
had to do.
I think maybe this is just one of those things. Like some guy might have just went a little rogue and just made these weird little flesh dolls, and
they looked carved.
right.
The grooves and the little eyes, and they look just like ET.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my thing is, they're so small, man. They're just so
Right.
short. Like, could you imagine if they were actually alive?
Yeah.
They
Now,
were
was
2
they
feet tall.
babies or were they full
No, they're
grown?
probably
men?
just like flesh.
They did-
Well,
They
no,
don't even
technically,
say.
well, one was pregnant. So I
So
mean,
both,
apparently,
yeah.
One
apparently
just-
pregnant.
But women can carry at a
Something
young
that was
age.
just
They
made
can
into a doll.
have eggs.
Yeah.
I think.
They can at a young
I think
age.
it was just
so-
something that was made into a doll. Like it
aliens.
like had
The thing had apparently 9
Yeah.
sets of ribs, which would have made it very imbalanced to stand up tall. And then its hip bones. I mean, I know it was deteriorating, it was old, but still, one had eggs in it, supposedly. And the whole thing just,
right.
it just seems like
Some
BS.
weird dude gathered a bunch of human
Hey,
bones.
telling you. Now, let me tell you what's for the sale. Let me tell you for the sale. We
Yeah.
see people gonna go to Mexico here soon. You know, they know the
Go
season.
see the
is.
midgets.
No, they go the season. It's the season.
Okay.
People they're gonna have them out there.
This is just an excuse for
Rep-
tourism.
Alien
Yeah.
replicas.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be all on the road when you go
Come to
through
see
there.
the-
Right.
Yeah, you know, you can get them you can get the Mayan replica. You can
Souvenir
get
store.
the other replica. They're
Yeah.
gonna be right next to all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Watch. Cause if that was anywhere like some validity to it, we would have went down there and stole it
Oh yeah,
from
this
them.
would have been
I mean, there's other,
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
that's
hey,
just no.
the
no.
United States would have went down there and stole
Well,
that stuff
they-
from
I
them.
I don't think they would
Hey,
stole these 2 aliens.
if there was some validity to it.
But I don't think, man. They're aliens
would've
everywhere.
went
There's
listen
other
to some
governments that have
researchers
claimed
down
that.
there
Well, no, I'm not saying
Investigate.
that's just saying like, oh, we can just take it from Mexico. Like, dude, every other country has them.
No,
All them countries over in the Middle East,
They wouldn't present
Peru
them to be
apparently
like,
has all sorts of stuff,
Yeah.
and they've been attacked by non-aliens and
they
weird
wouldn't
things.
have just revealed it to the world and
No,
then be
no.
like, "Come check it out." I feel like
believe
if
Pakistan
it was legit,
They
they probably
have
would have
stuff.
brought it before everybody and been like, "We got these bodies. We need to analyze this." All the governments or whatever,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they
Does
can't
anybody
roll
else-
it out there
'cause-
like that.
Yeah.
Not Mexico.
'Cause- and
Mexico
not
ain't got
Mexico.
that. They ain't got that type of military.
and they ain't clouded like that.
Yeah,
Like,
they ain't got
cool
that type
like
of money
yeah?
to be like, we gonna bring out the aliens.
I'm just assuming. My thing is this. So, is this the same species? This must be a different species of alien. Now, I heard there was many different species of
Probably.
alien.
Right. 7-foot aliens.
yeah, then the 7 to 8 foot alien that was in the backyard of dude's house,
Yeah.
back in Phoenix. So
Right.
that's apparently
Basketball
they might have been a
player.
little different. Maybe these were
Probably a
smaller
different
brand.
Milky Way.
But I'm also like, what ship did it get here on? I mean, that thing. So it flew some type of space station that was like 1,000,000 times its size.
Their size,
perhaps-
it could have been the car size of a
perhaps.
car.
But that's like a space station.
But what the woman said,
whatever
with
they
the
was on,
size
it
of
was
them,
huge because you could see it in the sky.
Right.
I'm just saying the
And
size
it was-
of them.
You would
They
see a
could have
car
flew
for
down
a
in
decent distance.
a nice size Escalade.
Little Volkswagen
Escalade.
Beetle.
I mean,
Little
I mean, it could be a little
Volkswagen.
sphere, because they mostly drive.
They
apparently
came,
maybe they
they
was.
came down in the Herbie
That-
fully loaded.
Yeah.
They
Probably.
were driving the
Part
little
two.
drawings on the
Right.
pyramid. You know,
Yeah, the little UFOs, the disc, and the orbs.
Yeah.
Or they could just be
The
like
chariots.
some very
They
weird
call them
Human
chariots.
species.
Now, if if that would have came from, say, like Dubai,
yeah.
I might have would have kind of had a little bit more.
That's almost dang near offensive. But
I
either way,
would,
that's just,
a little bit more like. I mean, because they don't
Greg
care.
gonna go with the money.
Yeah, they go.
I would have believed it.
Poor man can't find an alien.
Yeah,
I would have believed it.
He
From,
got that
and not,
working
hey,
digging. He
and not
digging.
and not put it out there in the news.
yeah.
He's like, look what I'm
They can
doing. I'm
find
working.
it, but
I'm
I
poor.
guarantee you somebody else gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could be so many things. I feel like they're just weird little flesh puppets that somebody made 1,000 years
For
ago.
a king.
Yeah, I
And
just,
then they
Or they
laid
could
them.
just be
And because they do
deformed
look like little
humans.
toys.
Yeah.
they look
You
like
know, they
toys.
look toyish
Right.
looking, like it was
But
some
they
form.
did the research on them.
Supposedly.
Yeah,
Okay.
supposedly did, and they put them in these nice glass cases to make it seem. And they did a good job of trying to make it seem legit.
It looked like some nice preserved Mayan structured
They just look
voodoo
like
dolls.
Right.
honestly, they just look like clay
Clay-
sculptures.
yeah,
That's
clay
what they look
sculptures,
like to
pretty
me.
much.
Yeah,
But
that's what it looked like.
Well,
That's crazy in hell.
Now, G also had showed us this video about this coach that was yelling at these football players on his high school team, thus self-suspending himself for, I don't know, I guess an indefinite period of time. So that's what we have next. So did you want to go ahead and lead off with that?
Yeah. Let's,
You know what?
Let's watch the video real quick.
Do something. I'll blow your motherfucking lights on fucking shambles. You got me fucked
Davion,
up,
shut the door, bro.
pussy ass bitch. Real motherfucking talk. You want to be a gangster? Let's do some gangster shit. Let's go. Get up. Let's go. I want to blow your shit out so motherfucking bad, you pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch. You a pussy bitch.
I never told no one that.
You a pussy bitch. You my bitch.
I never told no one that.
Go call your mom and tell her that. Come on, get up.
Coach, no.
Get the fuck up. I'll rock your ass to sleep. You got me fucked up.
Coach, I never told no one that.
You didn't say that?
Coach.
I wasn't there. Actually, Malachi got me to him.
You didn't say that?
I've been here, coach.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of my life. Go. Pussy ass bitch.
And now that we've seen it, so okay, my opinion, I honestly think obviously something had happened beforehand. Clearly, because the way he had stated it was that, so is that what you said? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah.
Which indicates that obviously this player had said something very similar to somebody else. And go ahead.
Well, it's just like you said, watching the video and taking it from the point that you saw the video, it's a bad look. On
Yeah.
the coach, it's like
Yeah.
the coach. It's like, God, it's almost scary. Like, this my football coach.
I mean,
Yeah, but listening to what he said and paying attention to what was actually said, obvious something happened with this guy. Kind of looked like he might have approached somebody like the way the coach is approaching him. And the coach is kind of like, if you paying attention, it looked like he kind of giving his same medicine back to this dude,
Right.
saying, this is what a gangster is.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like I said, terrible look.
Right.
Because the way the video came on and how it goes down. But he like showing this dude, if you a G, I am. I don't know what cover, but this is what a G is right here. And if you got some problems, step.
Yeah.
Get up. If you about that, do something. Because like I said, coach was like presenting the whole idea, whatever you were doing to somebody else when you were saying this what it looked like. And if you on board with that or whatever. You know, he's saying, do something to me.
Mm-hmm.
Here I am. If you all about that, do something to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Me personally, I think he should have fully embraced the role entirely. Instead of saying BAP, he should have started throwing some BANs out there.
You are stupid. Oh,
Right?
But that's not in his. I don't think that was actually in his soul. But I know you're trolling. I know you're. I know you're trolling.
Yeah.
So I'm totally like, dude was. I don't care.
You're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong.
There is no explanation.
It's an understanding.
It's no understanding.
It is.
It's not.
I can get where he came from.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you can get
because
that.
you would not accept that to anything that you love. Somebody talking to somebody you love like that. There is no way you would accept that.
If I know
if it was someone
went out there and disrespected,
you would not allow that coach to talk to Jay like that if he had did it or not. That's what I'm saying.
I would have understood
No, you wouldn't.
where he came from.
You might have did like after you got out of jail for beating up the coach. You might have understood it then.
Yeah,
but at the time, you was not finna understand that. That's the whole.
But it's the level of what Jay might have did to somebody that, like I say, maybe.
No,
I gotta agree with that on that because
you just keep saying no, but no, you're the only one thinking just that. No, obviously. So if you think it's just everybody's going to be upset if that kid went out there and had slapped some chick around, talk raw to
that. That's not what
we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know if he did anything. If that's something, we don't. What we assuming is, like you said, we can assume
it's pretty clear, Greg.
Did something.
You're gonna look silly. It's pretty clear he did something. What coach does this just for the heck of it?
Yeah.
No, not Coach Cobb. He was yelling at y'all on the field. That's different. You got to separate that. That's different. This is somebody in somebody's dorm room or hotel room chastising them for something that had happened previously.
Chastising. That's the word that a coach can't do. You can't do that.
But you can, but you can't do that.
You can't take it to that level.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, but the whole point.
What it is once again, how we speak, like I said.
Yeah.
Now, if you're willing to accept
no. You know what? You seen Nick Saban go off, right?
I ain't never seen Nick Saban go off like that.
You watched that Florida documentary, right?
Uh-huh.
Coaches have spoke like that, and it hasn't stopped. It ain't stopped. Right. He just suspended himself. That's the only difference.
Well, didn't coaches get violent?
Hold up.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Coaches done block people in sheds. People that had kids sweating them out.
Let me tell you what the difference is. See, I don't know. Okay, was this like a college or a high school?
I'm pretty sure it looked like college.
College?
It might have been high school.
That makes a totally different situation, too. So,
like I said, high school.
Huh?
It might have been high school.
I think it was high school.
If it was high school, he's totally out of line.
He might not even have a dad.
Huh?
He might not.
What?
That might be the only presence that he got.
Back, gave apology.
You can't do that.
No, you can't.
No, you can't. But I'm just saying,
we're not really saying
nobody said that he can
do that.
Nobody said that.
A father
maybe the
would get looked at badly
him.
if that was his kid he was talking to.
Sadly, now
you
see what I'm saying? It. If that was a father, if he was his father, like you did talking about father, like if that was that kid's father talking to that kid like that on video, that father would be looked at badly.
Yeah, but that's because it was on video.
That's the point,
Right. So just what I'm trying to say is, so if this is a coach, he's gonna look 50 times worse.
You know, the only problem is that it was recorded.
Yeah.
No, that's not the problem.
This happens all the time.
That's the problem.
Greg, people get chewed out.
That's the problem.
Act like this don't happen.
But that's the problem. Like I said,
but what's the actual problem?
In agreement.
Who was hurt? What player who came out of this scarred?
No, the parent.
Wow. Who cares? They weren't there.
The parent. If I was that kid's parent, I'm just being that. Right there.
Yeah.
If I was that kid's parent, I would be highly upset at that coach.
I'm gonna throw another curveball at you.
No. If my kid had did something, You sit my kid down, you call me and say, hey, your kid do this.
No, see, my thing is this. But guess what? Let's throw this other curveball. Why are they still doing this? Because they probably haven't been disciplined at home. They probably don't do anything. They're only going to be upset because somebody yelled at their kid when somebody probably should be yelling at their kid.
And that's probably true too. But you know what the only thing difference is?
The only problem is that this was recorded and was uploaded to the internet.
If honest, I'm just this is like being 100. I could have missed on numerous of things raising my child. Raising a child. I could have missed on I should have did this. Damn, I missed. I should have did this. But to see that person responding to a seed. And now, like I said, I'm not totally in disagreement. Like, I don't know what the whole situation was. Sometimes you have to handle situations differently. People respond to circumstances, and that might be how they have to communicate to him. He might understand it a little bit better. So what I'm not saying is his actions wasn't genuinely to help. I'm not disputing none of that.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking totally as someone, if there was my kid sitting there and this coach talking to my kid like that, I don't care what the situation was, I'm probably 99% gonna have a problem with it.
And that's
all I'm saying.
And that's understandable.
And I'm not gonna be able to understand, like I said, until I get out of jail for doing whatever that situation causes to do that, because it's a protection thing. Yeah. That's all that is. I'm not even, and again, I'm right. That has nothing to do with that. It's optics.
Well,
so I got to go protect.
Right.
I'm not going to just defend Jay's action because obvious, this is the only thing I say. It's obvious something extreme happened for something extreme to occur afterward. So
Greg's the only one under the belief that nothing happened. He was just yelling at these kids.
Something very extreme for somebody to even react like that.
This is the one level that I will agree with Greg on. The coach should not be threatening to have him fight him.
No.
Now, as far as
do you think any part of that did he actually mean any of
that?
But had he started doing it, had he started doing it, they probably definitely would have got into it.
Had he started what? They clearly knew he wasn't.
If he was really going to swing on him, I imagine that situation would play out.
Because them players knew that he wasn't actually attacking them like that. He was just yelling at them as they coach.
But it was the
players sabotaged him because he went out there recording and obviously uploaded it to the internet. So
and that's what I'm just saying. And you can't. But like I'm saying, no, ain't nobody really mad at the coach, right? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too much mad at the coach.
51. So
ain't nobody too really mad at the coach because the coach got the opportunity to suspend himself. I'm just speaking, like I said, in generally on how, if I would have seen that happening to any of my loved ones like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I know. We
that's the point I'm trying to make.
I don't want to see my loved ones out there even putting themselves in that position either.
No.
That's the whole point. He did something. I'm not gonna run.
Like I said,
and give somebody a parachute.
It's two different
when they don't need it.
No. It's two different circumstances. We were talking about.
Maybe talk to the coach.
If he was a college student, that's not my business.
I'm just saying.
You see what I'm saying? As a college student, that's not my business. 18 and above, I'm not gonna be really able to go in there and say too much about nothing. Because if he 18 and he in college, he done did some stuff, blah, 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 coaches. And like I said, that's being understanding too. But as a high school student.
We're going to pivot. We're going to stay on this conversation, but I have to go. So I will holler at y'all. They'll continue this episode. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the WTB. I'll be hollering at you.
All right.
But that damn, I'm telling you, that shit was so funny. I started watching it, and when they revealed it, I ain't know what it like. I ain't know how not to laugh. I just bust out laughing. I was like, these motherfuckers real too. Yeah.
And I was like, and I was wanting to believe it too.
Right.
I mean, they showing them X-rays and stuff, and I'm like, oh, yeah. It says eggs. But
Nah. They're probably just some bird eggs or something like that. Again, one random weird dude 1,000 years ago was just doing some weird stuff and put some bird eggs inside of a flesh puppet, and that was it.
Or a king.
Yeah.